Okay, okay, let's go ahead and try to get this straightened out. Boom. So, I woke up not long ago, got showered, got dressed. I'm trying to start off with my day with a walk, but I felt raindrops, rain sprinkles. Hopefully, it really won't rain today, but it looks like it's pretty cloudy outside. I know you guys cannot tell, but it is. Now, the rest of this week's supposed to be sunny. I would like to go for my walks before, Tuesday, Wednesday, early in the morning on Thanksgiving Day. The food's going to take a while to cook. And this weekend as well. So, yeah. I would like to go for my walks. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do it today. But enough about that. But as you see by the topic, at the Thebudday, or even tag Thebudday. And I don't know what's been going off my phone. It's been not really wanting to type what I want it to type. So the whole tag part right there, please ignore that. I put the and it came out tag, and it's I don't know what's going on. Well, I do know what's going on. My phone screen is actually fucked up and cracked. I can't afford to get a new one until February. I just don't have the money right now. And there's not going to be much work coming in for me because of the weather, because we are going into the cold season, the winter season, also rain season as well. And I only got one good lung, but the reality is I actually have two bad lungs that I was born with. But enough about that. What I want to get into today is this topic, at the Thebudday. Now, this is a person that I actually know, who I grew up with. And I guess last month ago, and this is just now, breaking, this is just now becoming news and blowing up. My friend, I'm not going to say his real name. I'm not going to say his real name like that. No one needs to go looking for him like that. And I guess these allegations have came out, and allegedly being a child predator, pedophile, if you will. And I was watching these videos. Now, I didn't even know, he done YouTube. I guess he's on an app. He's pretty sensational on there called TikTok. I guess it's kind of like a Vine app where you're doing a video of yourself kind of like this, doing a skit with the music on this app or something like that to an effect. To even, I guess you can, people can invite you or you can invite them and you guys can do a duet together. And yeah. Now, plus he's also on YouTube as well. And, I didn't know none of this stuff. I thought he just did videos on IG, and I guess he's known for doing cringe videos. That's his thing. It's cringe. And I didn't really think much of it at the time. I'm like, okay, he's getting some views. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Do your thing, man. I didn't know he was an internet sensation like that. I didn't know he was an internet sensation like that at all. And to tell you the truth, I don't think a lot of people know, especially in the town that we all grew up in, where I'm at right now. This only seems to be really known to outsiders. This really didn't really make the news like that. This didn't make the paper, And I just want to point out some things that I saw in these videos with the so-called evidence that they had towards him and against him, to where I'm going to say this. I done my research. I dug around as much as I could possible. And none of these so-called proof and evidence adds up, because because I guess these girls got together and decided to set him up, decided to frame him. And that's what it looks like, how I'm seeing it. And I say this because a lot of these so-called text messages, they look fake and edited as hell. Especially the text box. So the last time I checked, the text box does not have a lot of shadow around it. I understand they got texting apps now where you can do this kind of thing. Now me, I'm an editor, I do cover work. So I know an edited picture, straight up and down, what one looks like. And there's a lot of evidence pointing here that they targeted him because he is different. And I will get into that a bit later on. Now, I want to start this off pretty slow. I wanted to kind of get that part out the way. So, the first part is who he is. Matter of fact, no, first part, let's go on in. Yeah, the first part is who he is. Him as a person, we went to school together. I'm 28 years old, about to be 28 this week, as a matter of fact, on Friday. He is 26 years old, so I'm several years older than he is. I know his family. Well, I know his father. I never met the mother, but I know his father. I guess he had siblings. I never really knew that he had siblings because I didn't know him, through his family life. I knew him outside of that, like a lot of people did. And some people know him through his family life as well, to the point where I can say how these people are portraying him to be. He's not a pedophile. He doesn't go around stalking on younger girls. The text that were shown is that's not him. That's not how he talks. And they also took advantage of him because he is a nice person. I went to school with him. We were even in scouts together, He came up with a hard life, A lot of people's like, man, he's lying about his age. He's 50 years old. No. He has an aging disease that makes him look that way. It's a real thing. I don't know the terms for it. It's something that you really don't hear about. It's actually quite a rare thing, to be exact. It's like that movie about that guy who was born old, and when he aged backwards to be young, and he died kind of like at an infant age. Well, it's like that, but also reversed. You're going to be born old, but your age is going to be like 20s or something. That's what he has. Also, he had an accident, or I do believe, if I remember correctly, or was it he was born where he couldn't use his legs, he couldn't walk, and his father, his family saved up so much money to where it cost almost $1 million to get him to walk again, to get him the surgery he needed, because a good majority of his life he was spent in a wheelchair. And you can ask anybody that's really close to him, and I'm telling you, he has a kind heart. There's been people that's been known to take advantage of him like that, And, for a while, yeah, we didn't go to the same school as we got older. But he always used to keep in contact with a lot of people, when I was one of them, who he came and always kept in contact with. He was always out of concern of whatever may have happened, especially, when I got locked up for shit, but a lot of people that know me know what I got locked up for was for self-defense reasons. Real talk. It's out there. Google it, research it, go to the police station. They're going to have it in the courthouse. That shit's been expunged and erased, but still, it's out there. I got paperwork on me. And going through this, a lot of the girls gravitated towards him. Yeah, they really did. They gravitated towards him. He was really a nice, generous guy. And going into that, we get into our second thing, which are these people who are doing videos on him that I've seen on YouTube, slandering him, saying all kinds of shit, reacting to these videos that they say, oh, well, these videos are good enough as suspected being pedophilia videos. No, they're not. There's nothing there to say he's doing this. Just based off some Vine, I guess, TikTok videos with music in it. What the hell? Right? Well, there was one video I seen where supposedly an ex-friend or an alleged associate, a friend of his, reached out to one of these YouTubers and said, hey, man, this ain't really how he is. I guess he used to do acting, in theater a lot, in school. Now, again, we didn't go to the same high school. We really didn't even go to the same middle school. But a lot of it was really in the earlier, years till now. The last time I really talked to him was during maybe a month ago, through the month, a month ago, mid-September, October, because I was using my voice and my platform to help save the school, which did get saved, and he kept updates about it. And he came back to me and said, hey, man, I got some updates for you with the school. Cool, thank you. And, what we go into the third part here is the so-called evidence, these things that I guess were supposedly screen recorded, screen captured, whatever, to where a lot of these text messages ain't him. A lot of it looks like it came from a text app that was edited and put together. And some of the text messages, they show you what they want you to see, which is supposed to be, and allegedly supposed to be him hitting on these younger girls, 14, 17 years old. A lot of it, they're trying to make it really look like him. That ain't him. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that isn't him. I can't prove it right now, but I know for a fact that isn't him. That's not how he talks. That's not who he is. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, those that may see this video, well, do you really know him? The truth is, man, you really don't know really anybody. You don't really know how somebody is behind, closed doors. Stuff like this could go on for years till somebody actually, gets caught. But here's where a lot of it doesn't add up. One, the text. Two, all these people live in different states. So you trying to invite somebody a lot to come see you from somewhere else or go to them, it's going to cost money. Even if you're a minor, it ain't going to happen. Right? It's not going to happen. Now, when you create an account, how do they know that he lived in, I'm not going to say where, because that's information that you do have to put on these apps. So they're going to see that. Now, they say a lot of these texts came from TikTok inbox. I personally, when I did research, couldn't find anything about DMing somebody in private on that app. And then the story kind of changed on the victim side. Well, he DM'd me on Facebook. There's no Facebook messages. Then it changed again that he DM'd me on Instagram. It doesn't even look like a fucking Instagram DM box. Matter of fact, it looks like a text app. A text app. Again, that looks fake and edited. Because I guess his pictures are out there. And again, I didn't know how big he is on a lot of social media platforms. Twitter, TikTok, and IG, and YouTube. So they took one of his profiles. You can go out there and take any picture of somebody, make a page about them, portray them to be something they're not, and have them get busted. It's really, when I mean get busted, I mean set them up for something who they're not, to have somebody get in trouble like that. Yeah, you people are known to do that. They really are known to do that. And when you do something like that to somebody who doesn't deserve it, you're ruining these people's lives. You're scarring them. And I do honestly believe, even going into it, a lot of these so-called profile pages or these texts that say, oh, well, this is from him, that ain't him. Again, this looks like it's coming from a text app that's been edited. Going a little bit more, they want to point out one of these so-called private videos that he sent to this female, right? I've seen the videos. Those, to me, are considered rough draft videos that aren't really great at lip syncing something that was actually used on one of these TikTok Vine videos with music. Now, I'm in music, so I know exactly what this video was going to because I have seen them post this on one of the TikTok videos with the music on it. Now, this doesn't have sound. Well, how did these girls get a hold of it? Well, I'm going to tell you how they got a hold of it. This, my friend, he posted a video, and I actually remember this video a while back. He had an Apple phone, I believe, maybe one of the iPhones. And when you get on these mobile devices, when you set everything up, you're given your information that's out there. Matter of fact, you can even find it on Google, that your information is out there, especially about your phone. People can go into your phone through email, activate through mobile device, and go into your mobile device. They can pretty much get into all your apps, all of your accounts. And a matter of fact, this has been known to happen. Several years ago, and I'm going to say several years ago, as a matter of fact, play it safe. This is before really the smartphones on all these apps really became popular. And my best friend from 6th grade till now, I was texting him. Matter of fact, a lot of people were texting him, and we would get back these text messages that didn't seem right. And we would ask him and see him, hey, man, what the fuck's up with this, And he's like, man, that ain't me. I've been trying to get a hold of you guys somehow and saying, hey, my phone has been hacked. And in order to see if it's been hacked, we text the phone. Now, he didn't have his phone on him. And somebody texts back again with saying some cringe shit. And it's like, okay, boom, we believe you. And somebody got a hold of these videos of my friend who now we're going back talking, who we're talking about in this video, right? Got a hold of it and put it in that group chat that was made by these girls. I guess he was actually, he's usually into older women. I know he is. I know him pretty well. He's into older women. And I guess he was talking actually to an older woman who he was about to be with. And some shit, when this phone got hacked, was put out. And it was personal, it was private, and it ruined that part, what he was going for, who he was talking to. Going into this, supposedly there's a penis pic that he allegedly sent to one of these younger age girls. The problem is, with this, when they showed it, for one, it was on another phone that this victim showed, and this group chat, right? It was on another phone. Let's say I have another phone, and I'm going to describe to you the picture. The background, what the phone was on a bed. Then you see the picture was supposed to be the penis pic, but it wasn't blurred out. Matter of fact, it just had the black scribbling lines. It looks like it was edited on there, colored on there, and then took with another phone. Right? Now, do some people keep some devices with cameras on it? Yeah. Do people usually go around keeping two phones? Fuck no. Okay, that they ain't got money to be paying for two phones. Alright? And if you look into this group text, yeah, he kind of sent me the same pic, or no, he didn't send me that. So already, in this group text of these girls don't already add up. Okay? They already do not add up. They're saying different shit. Going into that, they want to take his TikTok videos and saying, this looks suspect. What the fuck is suspect? Now, you guys can actually look up Thebudday, see these videos of him, about him, on YouTube. And none of it is even remotely close to what the hell they're getting at in these videos. Also, going in the show, and they fucked up on this, is saying, well, he DM'd me first. No, because a good majority of this is you DMing him first. So you can ask for a collaboration. They're not going to show you the ending. They're not going to show you the beginning. They're going to show you the middle. And when you cannot show the beginning and end on your side, especially when he showed shit on his side from beginning, middle, and end, you already fucked up. Especially when you tried showing screenshots of him allegedly DMing you on TikTok, when it showed you DMing him first and going to him first and saying, hey, can I get a clap? So you already messed up by doing that. And that's exactly what it showed. From there, we go to this. These girls don't know each other at all. These girls... Shit, it's getting a bit windy out, so my phone's gonna fall. These girls live in different states. They don't know each other. They never met. And all of them decided to come together to set him up because he is different. And how was he different going back? Again, he has a disease, something he was born with that makes him look old, okay? It's a real thing. Do your research. Yes, he is 26. When he was younger, he couldn't use his legs. His parents spent practically almost to $1 million to get surgery that he needed for him to be able to walk. And you can get surgery for that, but yeah, it costs so much money. And you have to be really willing to go into debt. Going into this, his father had a business. His father no longer has a business anymore. He had to shut it down. They ended up losing their house, going homeless. They had to live with his father's sister. Throughout the time, my friend here who we're talking about, didn't want to go into depression. He didn't want to go to the fact of going down the path of suicide. So he wanted to do and entertain people to help people. So he discovered TikTok. He discovered these TikTok Vine videos. He discovered what you could do with Instagram and YouTube, and he was blowing up to the fact that he's blown up so much, he was close to getting monetization to where he was going to get paid from IG, which is Instagram, getting paid from TikTok, and getting paid from YouTube. He was gaining a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. And when you're blowing up like this, once we get into this part right here, these younger girls, and I see it for myself, they're going to gravitate towards an older guy. They want a sugar daddy. They're going to think, oh, hey, man, he's blowing up. Pretty soon he's going to probably start getting paid from this. And that's what they saw. Money. They wanted money. And he was no position at the point, he wasn't really gaining much in. Again, he was almost close to monetization, so he can get paid. So because of this, and going into a bit more farther in this research, I guess one of these girls are actually been known for trying to set up older guys, trying to get them in trouble, trying to make these false allegations. How in the fuck is she not locked up yet? And their ages? Let's be honest. They don't look underage. These girls look practically early 20s, from 19, 20 to 25. So where in the fuck is this underage at? Now I know in some cases, You're going to have underage girls that are going to have a growth spurt like a motherfucker, and they're going to look older. I've seen that before. But when they weren't getting what they wanted, what was money, they decided to team up to set them up for this. Now, I guess going more into this, allegedly there has been a so-called an arrest made. But the truth is, I don't think there was an arrest made. Now, there's going to be an arrest made. Going into this, there's really no update. There's no mugshots. I know what jail to type in. There's no jail that showed up. Alright. There ain't even no updates on the first part of the investigation. At all. Nothing at all. Now, I know investigations can take a while. So, who knows? We may or may not ever hear an update. But it's so much to the fact that I did go on his Facebook page because I am friends with him on there. There's nothing on there that shows him doing this. To why I say these people set up my friend for him to get arrested. And I do believe during the investigation they found nothing against him. So I'm hoping these girls really do get in trouble for this. And again, one of them has a known record for actually trying to frame older guys. So could this, if I was him and no one has any contact with him, again, I don't know about close other associates. I mean, yeah, I could reach out to one, but I don't even think he knows. If he did know, he would probably reach out to me. Because again, the group of circles that we came up with, they would get close. So I do believe that he is innocent. And that these group of girls will probably get in trouble for this. And again, one of them has a record of knowing to set up people for no reason. And that's just how it goes. To the point where they say, you know what, these don't show anything. And when you want to look at stuff, one thing I noticed within the system, especially when I was in the system, they don't have professionals that know anything about text apps, edits. They don't. Now me, I personally do. I'm a graphic designer. And I know something fake and edit when I see it. And these text messages are exactly just that. They're faked, they're edited, they're on a text app, for God's sakes. Again, investigation's going to take a while. We may not even hear an update till probably next month or sometime early next year. Again, I don't think a lot of people really know because it really didn't get out there like that, like it did on really YouTube. But that's it. Google can't really tell you anything. Now, his Twitter does look a bit suspicious. However, the Live Me app, that's exactly what the hell it is. It's girls that are underage who are, or probably in their early 20s, dressing a certain way, doing things, And that's how it's now advertised, because now looks like these younger girls in these ads in short shorts twerking. Right? That's exactly what they're advertising on these ads. So what the hell do you expect? Not to mention, you're going to have females that are going to do that. When they don't get what they want, that's exactly what the fuck is going to happen. Exactly what's going to happen. Because all they were looking for fucking sugar daddy. Younger women are attracted to older men. Just like younger men are attracted to older women. Me, I am no exception. I am attracted to older women. Yes. One example of this, of younger women being attracted to older men, somebody who I watch on YouTube, he's 50 years old. He's known to date girls in their early 20s, mid 20s, and he doesn't care for it. He wants somebody around his age. Another example, my close friend of mine since 6th grade, to even tell now, and we always talk. We haven't seen each other in quite a while, though. As you get older, you're really not going to see the same people who you grow up with. You guys may talk here and there. You guys may run into each other once in a blue moon. But that's really about it. How life really goes. However, I remember a situation that my friend was in that I got him personally out of that will give you guys a good prime example of why these girls who try to get my other friend now in trouble, why they should not be believed and why they're not telling the truth and going into why they're setting them up. Now, my friend who I'm talking about now, as an example story, goes like this. It was during the summer-esque night, fall night at the most. It wasn't cold, it was just right type of weather, out walking around. And he was talking to this girl that was 14 years old. He about going into 20 years old. 20 years old, right? And now me, I usually not with a group of people as much. I'm out doing my thing. Well, people talk, things are going to get around. You're going to hear some things. Somebody who you may know. And that's exactly what happened. They were going to set him up to get jumped and to get arrested. They were going to frame him for rape. Once I heard that, the next night, I said, hey man, I need to talk to you. Alright? And I told him. He confronted the girl about it. She got scared. She didn't have really shit to say. Slurring. Already fucking guilty. So he went off somewhere. Me and another friend, me and his cousin went off to go find him. We found him. And this next day, he done research himself, asked around, and he's like, man, you're right. They were trying to set me up. Like, man, I told you. Well, since their plans got foiled, they tried targeting me and tried to jump me, but it didn't work because I shut that shit down real quick. So that's why you do also have to be careful. Yes, there's creeps out there in this world that will do shit. No doubt about it. And in some cases, you do have older men that are attracted to younger women. However, let's take this with a grain of salt. Let's not jump the gun to where, yes, I'm offending my friend. I do believe he is innocent because everything that I have seen and that I've discussed, even though I can't show it, it goes to show that these girls are out here setting up people. And how many others have they really set up to take the fall? Yes, a good majority of his count are completely gone and shut down. And I know in some cases, there was a YouTuber that did actually get in trouble for doing this. And there was actual proof and evidence that he was doing this. And even a part of going into rape. So they had to really close him down. But in terms of this in particular case, this in particular thing that's going on, everything has to be alleged. There's no updates. And when there's no updates, and the polls is about even going into the next month, and sometimes it may take several months for updates about certain things. And I don't want to jump the gun too much, but I'm 100% and most certain that the stuff that they are looking into, stuff that they have found, this ain't nothing here. And they're going to be questioning the so-called victims even more. Who, again, one of them is known to do this because they want money. I'm even going to the fact of so much to saying they're even lying about their age. Because you do have older women that look young as hell as well. And why are they targeting this man for? Again, because he is different, because yes, he has a disease to what makes him look old when he's not. He's 26. And also goes, and even, yeah, there's, when he was born, he really couldn't use his legs. His family spent $1 million going in practically into debt that they cannot ever get out of to get him surgery for him to use his legs. And he's been using his legs ever since, because he used to be in a wheelchair for the most half of his life, for a very long time, as much as I can remember. So I will be following this case too much as I can. Again, there's no mugshots. There's nothing really out here on the sites that would show him to get arrested, that would show him to get any type of thing, because if that were the case, they would have shown it. It would still be on there. I even looked into several jails, only one of them, because there is only one jail that a lot of people do go to. Nothing there. I know a couple people in law enforcement who work at the jail as well. I could easily reach out to and ask, and if they didn't put anything out about it, then they're damn sure in the hell goes to show this shit was all set up and to be faked in order to get money from this man. And yet he doesn't have it. That's why you got to be careful. So yes, he is innocent. A lot of it shows it. I understand the investigation is going to take time. There may not even be any updates. Who knows? But again, everything that I took is a practically just facts on itself. And a lot of those are saying, man, step back. Because we're always quick to jump the gun on anybody doing something of any type of pedophilia towards younger people, to the point where you got to look back and you got to say, hey, did he really do this? And if he didn't, then these people are after one thing, and that is money. And a good majority of that case is really out there in circumstances that you really don't hear about. And it's a sad thing. And ever since this happened to my friend last month ago, and again, I just found out about it last night on YouTube, of all damn places, fucking YouTube. And YouTube is not known as the best source for anything, because it just wasn't out there like that. Especially, in the town I live at along with him. Yeah, there's a majority that this case did not fall through. And I'm expecting, again, there may be going to be updates, who knows when, to where he is found innocent. And I hope that these girls do get in trouble for this. I really hope so. But the problem is with the justice system, they're not going to do research like you guys see on TV. I know a lot of people see these crime shows, and every time there's something involved, yeah, they're going to do supposedly alleged, quote-unquote, background checks on the victims as well to see, what their motives are, who they are then, and if it's the same pattern like now. The truth is, they don't do that. They don't do that. But unless you really say, man, hey, I'm innocent, I'm not pleading guilty, I'm giving you guys all my stuff to show and say this isn't me, I would like an investigation, and going into investigations do cost money, and I guarantee you that's probably what's going on his side, just in order to keep him out of jail. So yeah, you're going to have that. Those that see this video, don't be jumping to damn near conclusions. Don't be actually saying shit. Go out there, do the fucking research for yourself. And if those that know, then those that may know this guy who does live in this town, man, hit me up. Let's talk about this, man, because they'll tell you the same thing. He isn't like that, like people are training him to be. No. He's known for doing these cringe Vine app videos. Known for it, because it's really pretty fucking entertaining. I've seen some for myself. I'm like, Alright, do your thing, man. Do you. And he's doing this because the position that he was put in wasn't in a good position, so he needed something to keep him from being depressed. You know? But now, because of this tarnished. It didn't tarnish who he is in this town, this state. Again, it wasn't out there like that, and it probably never will be. Because all this really seemed to go towards fucking social media on a damn app and fucking reported on YouTube of all things by probably 3, 4-ish YouTubers, one of them who actually offended this, like I'm doing right now. I'm defending. Even he pointed out the same thing, man. Really? So, because of this, and things like this can really ruin somebody's name, man. It could really ruin their life. And that's exactly what happened to this young man. His life is now ruined because of these girls who set him up to frame him because he was different and they weren't getting no money from him. Because they were looking for a fucking sugar daddy. You know, he can now no longer be the same. If he can't go back out there now, man. It's now ruined him. And one of his jobs was being a substitute teacher for high schoolers. Part-time and also working at a factory. Now he's stuck without no job whatsoever. That's it. Practically it. The last time I checked, I know he is on his side. He does get $500 a month. I will say that. But you can't live off $500 a month. And shit like this is, man, people say be careful, but how careful can you really be? The best thing you could do is really take things with a grain of salt, man. With a grain of salt, because you don't know what somebody's motives are. You do not know what people's motives are. They could be for good. They could be for bad. And these girls' motives were for bad. And I feel like I needed to speak on this. And I am. I'm 100% speaking on this. You know, one thing I hate in this world, man, several things. I hate thieves. And I hate cowards. A liar, whatever, man. A liar can be dealt with. Because they just after your reality. A thief is after your salary. A coward wants to set you up. You know, it's true what they say. Everyone loves you, man, when you ain't shit. Motherfuckers start hating you when you actually start getting shit. And I would, if this never would have occurred, I would love to see where he would have gone with these videos. And because of that, we'll never see. He can no longer get back his reputation. He can no longer clean his name. Because of shit like this, man. And that's exactly what the fuck these girls were after. Money. Plus liars, but, you know. So, man, I hope those who see this video now get an understanding, because you have to be projective. You have to have a projective perspective of anything that you hear about or go into. You have to see it from 3 angles, man. If you're not seeing it from 3 angles, and that's the problem. Everyone's always one-track minded, going into one angle, jumping the gun, saying, oh, you know he or she did it. No, you have to look from the projective perspective, look at it from 3 angles, really go out there, dig around, do your research. You just put in his @name, @Thebudday. That's just what it's going to show. It's not going to show his real fucking name. It ain't going to show all that. Why? Because again, digging around, doing research, snooping within these hours that passed by, a lot of it points to show that on his side, he's innocent, and on those girls' side, that they are guilty of wanting to set this person up. Again, describing why he is different, and one of them actually having a known history of doing this shit. And if I were him, if you're seeing this video, and I'm talking to 2 different parties right now. Matter of fact, 3 different parties. I want to start off with those girls. If you guys are seeing this video, I hope the fuck you all get in trouble. I hope you guys get arrested for setting him up like this. Come on. Man, and I hope that this investigation, everything shows, points, say, hey, you guys were trying to get one thing, which was money. How other people have you been known to do this too? Especially the main one that definitely has a history of doing this. I hope you get what's coming to you. I really, really hope you get what's coming to you. I really do. To the YouTubers that are wanting to slash this, slander this, drag it through dirt, mud, whatever else you could think of, you need to look at it from the objective perspective. You need to go into it looking at it from 3 angles, do actual fucking research, and not just jumping the gun and criticizing this person like that. And to my friend that's going through this, once all this is over and when you're found innocent, because I know and believe that you are, you need to press charges and sue these girls. Sue the shit out of them. Go for the fucking family as well and sue them. Get all the money out of those fuckers because they're going to put you through some shit. And you're going to have to come up with a source of income. You're probably going to have to go to therapy for this too. Because I can see how this can take a mental toll. So once you're found innocent, and if you're seeing this video, sue and press fucking charges against them. Expose them. And I hope you do that in court, man. I really do. Again, the best thing right now is just really wait for updates. I'm out. I know a lot of people probably ain't gonna like what the fuck I had to say in this video. That, oh, well, you're attacking them, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going into the objective perspective and going into actually what the fuck I know. This man's innocent. I'm 28 years old, man. I've been around the block. I know shit that's fake. I know shit when a fucking setup when I see one. And I know exactly what some of the younger girls are out here what they're after, man. I ain't stupid. Did you ever really bother to think that they are the villains in this? Because I guarantee you, the people that report this, slandered the way they are, let's say you find yourself in this exact same fucking situation. And you didn't do anything. And you're trying to defend yourself. And then you're going to be thinking back to the time that where you slandered the buddy's name. Yeah. Then you're going to be like, man, now I know exactly what his friend was talking about on his video. I know exactly now what this person went through. I'm going through it, yada, yada, yada. And when you find yourself in that position, you don't feel bad. And when you want to do an update, oh, you best do a fucking apology really hard on your damn knees. Apologizing. Yeah. Matter of fact, another example, man. I had a probation class one time with somebody, and him and his wife got into an argument, right? Now, he didn't put her hands on her or anything. As a matter of fact, a lot of pictures that were shown, there's no marks on the hands, there's no marks on the wife, there's no marks on the daughter, but there were marks on the husband. And again, they got into just an argument with words, but she had the audacity to take a fucking frying pan and hit him with it, beat him with it. He called the cops, but he ended up getting arrested. Again, going in. Believe it or not, certain states now, from 2012 or 2011 to be exact, were passed that you can no longer offend yourself in certain states. In the state that I live in, that bill affects that state. You can now no longer defend yourself. So if you're a person that gets attacked And I've seen this shit a lot now ever since this bill was passed. I happen to be a victim of it myself. When this bill was passed, if you get attacked and if you live through it, they're actually going to arrest you and they're going to let the attacker go. If you choose to offend yourself, they'll still arrest you and they're going to let the attacker go. And that's pretty fucked up, man. It really is, but it goes to show you never know what somebody's motives are. You need to take everything I said, let it sink in, go back out there, dig around, do your research, alright? Really do it, and then actually make a fucking correction video of yourself, correcting yourself, also giving new info. At that, you need to look into the objective expective. You need to look at it from all three sides, and then figure out what your conclusion is as well, and wait for updates. That's all you can do now. So again, man, I'm out. I know this may seem to be drugged out, but the truth is, it was needed, and I'm glad that I'm doing this video. Again, my friend, man, if you see this video, because I do believe that you are innocent, a lot of shit points towards you being innocent, and I hope during this investigation and when you go to court, when you're found innocent, man, I really want you to speak to a lawyer and say, man, I want to press charges and I want to sue these people that put me through this because they just fucked up your life. You can no longer regain back the reputation now that you once had, and it's going to take effect on you, especially mentally, and the shit's going to fuck you up from ever really getting a job. So please do that, man. I believe you didn't do it, and a lot of stuff points to you not doing it. So I'm out. Peace.